Be a part of the best pro wrestling podcast today by supporting the Going In Raw Patreon. You can enjoy access to the live taping of the show, exclusive merchandise, and patron-only episodes, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description. Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome to Going In Raw COUNTOUT, the only pro wrestling podcast that counts things down.
That we know of.
Here at youtube.com/Stephen Larson. Also available wherever fine podcasts are, including iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Podbean, Google Play, iHeartRadio, and SoundCloud.com/Stephen Larson. And that is it. That's it. That's all we're at.
It will soon be available on Spotify. Steve, let me ask you something.
Before WrestleMania.
You lost a bet on Wednesday's Going In Raw.
Did I?
Yes. Will this podcast be on Spotify by the time this episode airs on Sunday?
No.
Okay.
I'm saying that because, look, even if I sent the email right now, there's no guarantee. I'll put it as there's no guarantees. It's possible. It's possible that the dude over at Libsyn just has to go, oh, yeah, sure, click, and then it's done. But I would imagine it's like they probably say, yeah, it takes about 3 days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So probably not. We also have a Patreon at patreon.com/Stephen Larson. And name a reward tier.
$20.
That's right. And we're also at, $20 you get a lot of good stuff.
Yes.
This close. This
yeah,
close
you
to finishing
no-sold that reward tier entirely.
I know, but you get so much stuff, so much good stuff.
That might be best value.
You can put a video question on this podcast at the $20 mark.
$20 tier is best value.
You get one of these postcards. You get the Stephen Larson Friendo Care Package, which one day we'll put together and it'll be done. I'm hoping that's going to be done. The comic book has to be done by Mania. In terms of like the artwork has to be done.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
Because then that's coming up on a year of Patreon.
I know. Yeah. Anyways, and we're also at ProWrestlingTees.com/Going In Raw. You can get Steve W.
Oh, I thought you were doing this.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, there you go. We don't have 90 designs like the Young Bucks.
No.
But we do have four solid
winning designs.
Four designs.
Hopefully believe, more soon.
Yeah, more to come. I got a Crazy Mary Dobson shirt.
Oh, yeah?
Because I really love her name. This is horrible. The shirt looks awesome. I've never seen one of her matches outside of NXT where she's not even Crazy Mary Dobson. But I plan on educating myself before I actually wear the shirt. But it was a really cool looking shirt.
Yeah.
So I got it. And I want to do one that's kind of like that for us.
Okay.
Where it looks like an old underground comic book.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
White ink on black shirt.
Yeah.
With a cool drawing design, like an illustrated design.
Good idea.
Looks kind of metal. Anyways, that's a Pro Wrestling Tees. And that's it. So let's get into this particular. Why are we doing top 10 WWE stars who should be part-timers?
Well, because WWE has relied heavily on part-timers.
Their main event scene is essentially part-timers.
Especially on Raw.
Kind of. Yeah.
And then with the recent news that Nikki Bella, after WrestleMania, is going to move to pretty much a part-time schedule if she wrestles anymore. Got to think about what other WWE superstars who are either currently on the roster or maybe just away from the company could come back or start working on a part-time basis.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, so we got 10 of them here.
Yes.
And we'll start off with number 10.
10.
Randy Orton.
He's still doing great work.
Yeah, he's doing really, really good work. I feel like, here's my thing about Randy Orton. So it's, by all indications, it seems like Randy is going to win the WWE title at Mania, probably from Bray Wyatt, who will probably get it tomorrow at Elimination Chamber.
Today.
Oh, this goes up Sunday?
Yes.
Okay. Today. Chances are Bray Wyatt's going to win that title, and Randy will take it from at Mania. At the end of the day, then you're just left with the Randy Orton WWE World Champion thing. And I'm not sure anybody's really too overwhelmed or excited by that.
Yeah. I mean, the here's one positive of that is that we could potentially get a AJ Styles Randy Orton program for the WWE title.
And I want to see that.
Which is exciting.
Yes.
But after that, barring maybe one or two dream matches, that'd be great to see. Randy's more or less accomplished everything.
Yeah.
He's getting up there in years. He's in his late 30s, early 40s. There's no reason I mean, I'm sure he has reasons why he wouldn't move to a part-time schedule. Otherwise, he probably would have done it by now.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But as far as what he has accomplished in the ring,
he's 36. He's younger than
wow,
us.
he is young.
He is younger than I thought he was. Yeah.
So, but anyways,
yeah,
he's done it all.
Yeah, for sure.
No reason why he can't take some time off here and there.
A lot of this is
He just recently got married.
Some of these on the list are like, hey, look, we just want you to take it easy.
Yeah.
You've earned it.
Yeah.
Actually, he's the only one, I think. Anyways, yeah, he's been full-time for a very long time. He's more full-time
almost 15 years.
He's more full-time. He's less part-time than Cena is at this point, and Cena is virtually a part-timer. We want Randy Orton to enjoy his days.
Yeah.
He's done a lot. He's put in a lot. He's made a lot of money. And I think that Randy Orton would be the next phase needs to be less is more.
Yeah. Because how awesome would it be if he, left for 6 months?
Yeah.
Came back, got into a program with someone major.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Had a dream match at SummerSlam or Survivor Series or Mania or the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Maybe he stuck around for 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Took another 6 months off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Work a Brock Lesnar schedule, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It'd be good. Everybody love that.
Yeah.
That's good.
And as you said, he deserves that at this point, if that's what he wants to do.
Correct.
But maybe he enjoys the full-time schedule. I don't know.
He has a bus.
I know.
He's like probably the second highest paid guy in the company in terms of full-time salary.
Behind Cena, I
would think.
Yeah, probably.
Orton, Big Show, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If he's not, he should be.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Randy Orton, he should be a part-timer. Take some time off, Randy.
Yeah.
Number 9.
You mentioned already that.
John Cena.
It's still kind of up in the air whether he's a part-timer in the fullest definition of the term.
Yeah.
Because the only thing that takes him away from wrestling is when he has a TV or movie project.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Otherwise, he's on television.
Otherwise, yeah,
on
exactly.
WWE product.
Yeah.
So it's not as if, like Lesnar, he comes, he works sporadic dates, major pay-per-views, and then does nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know what he does. Works on his farm, right?
Yeah, he just stares at his land.
Stares at his land, that's right.
Exactly.
So
he plays some rummy with Sable.
So maybe, if Cena, if he's getting more opportunities from Hollywood, more consistently, make that his focus.
Yeah.
Again, he's been wrestling in the WWE for about 15 years.
15 years.
He deserves some time off. That his body has went through a lot of wear and tear. Yeah,
he still pops ratings pretty big.
He does. And
SmackDown.
imagine though if he took on a Lesnar schedule and he shows up, huge ratings pop if they hype it in advance.
Yeah, absolutely.
Work programs leading up to Mania, SummerSlam, maybe Survivor Series, definitely the Rumble.
Yeah. One of the big things is I don't want him to be the world title guy anymore. Like, there's always the threat that when Cena's around, that world title is going to be wrapped up in him.
You know what I think? At best, he'll have one more.
You think he'll get to 17 and that's it?
Yeah.
He's got to get to 17 though.
You think so?
Oh, you don't think so?
No, I do. I think so. I should have said you would think so. That's what I tried to say.
Oh, yeah.
You would think so.
Yeah.
It just came out. You think so? Yeah. But you would think he would get one more. He'd get 17.
He'd get 17. Be the winningest guy ever
in WWE's eyes, at least. And then work part-time. Work money matches and help put younger guys over.
Yeah. Because he's definitely at the Brock level in terms of his power rankings.
Yes.
So it's time to start getting the Brock schedule. And the thing about Cena is that he's got his thing where he's always, I'm never going to leave my home, the WWE. That was a pretty decent Cena. And he can do that. It was. He can do that. He can do that on a part-time schedule like that. You don't have to go away for 7 years like The Rock did. He sticks around. The specter of Cena is still there. He takes on the high-profile matches.
Yeah.
And I like this for him because it's just when he's there, it's too frustrating when there's a guy like AJ Styles who's a walking dream match, and then they bring Cena and they have Cena come in and shit on him.
I know before the Rumble.
For the world title.
I know.
It's just frustrating.
I know.
But the matches are good.
Yeah.
The
programs leading up to
and that's the thing,
when
Cena's motivated, he puts on really good matches.
Yeah, still can. After wrestling for 15 years.
If they have him on a Big Four schedule, well, there you go.
Yeah.
He'll always have good matches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they could work know if this is still true. I remember hearing somewhere that The Undertaker, whoever he would wrestle at WrestleMania, he would get together with his opponent well in advance and start planning out the match to ensure its quality.
Yeah.
I don't know if he still does it, but
how great would it have been to have been a fly on the wall with him and CM Punk?
I know.
That'd have been really fun.
I know.
That'd been really neat.
Or him and Triple H and HBK working on the end of an era match.
That'd be ridiculous. That'd be ridiculous.
And whoever the producer for that match was, that'd been awesome.
Yeah, that'd been great. Number 8. Rob Van Dam.
If I remember correctly, he was approached before the brand split about coming back. And I don't think he wanted to work that much. He didn't want a full-time schedule, essentially.
And I think the money wasn't right for him, too.
Yeah.
I think that was it.
He's made sporadic appearances through the years, last few years, but
keeps in amazing shape.
Yes. Yeah. It's DDP yoga. That's what he does.
Yeah, that's right.
But it'd be great to have him, like if he showed up for the Rumble.
Yes. God damn, he's 46.
Wow. Have him show up for the Rumble. Find some little story for him.
Yeah.
To utilize for a month or two leading to Mania. Would have been awesome. He can still put on decent matches.
No, he can. And here's one of the problems too, though, is that he said this on the Stone Cold podcast. When he was back last time, he said that they did not treat him. He said that the younger guys were just getting over on him.
Oh.
Like he said, yeah, it was annoying. He was like, I'm a former world champion, and they weren't treating me that way. And they were letting younger guys sort of make a name for themselves off me as opposed to working with them. Like how Chris Jericho does it now is perfect.
Yes.
He's the current United States champion. He's known and acknowledged as one of the winningest guys in the WWE. He's in the main event virtually, and he's, a real go-to guy. Rob Van Dam could be that. He's a hugely decorated guy.
Yeah.
He could be in that kind of position. Jericho is a once-in-a-lifetime charisma guy.
Yeah.
And Rob Van Dam isn't quite up to that level. But in terms of in the ring, Rob Van Dam I remember watching Rob Van Dam the very first time when we moved to LA and we flipped on the TV and they had ECW because they didn't have it here in SAC. And I saw him and Sabu tag teaming together, and he was doing shit that I had never seen before. And I was like, this is literally the coolest shit I've ever seen. It was so fucking cool. And he can, like you said, he can still go in the ring. He's still pretty active on the indie circuit. And the people love Rob Van Dam.
I know.
I mean, he's an instant, massive face pop.
I know.
So,
and I like what they did with Jericho. You can argue whether creatively this was the right direction in terms of establishing a Universal Champion, but I like pairing Jericho with Owens. Granted, Owens is a veteran, but he's new to WWE audiences, and pairing him with Jericho, who's really well known, helps elevate Owens.
Yeah, absolutely.
And having Jericho in a program with Roman Reigns helps elevate Reigns.
Absolutely.
And you can elevate people without having to constantly put them over.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I assume that's the point you were trying to make. And they could do the same for Rob Van Dam, and it'd be pretty awesome if they did.
Yeah, no, that'd be fantastic. I would love it. And he's got lots of friends there still, too.
Yeah.
Devon is a producer. I love that. Yeah. Number 7. The Broken Hardies. Now, there's been all sorts of talk about the WWE wanting to sign Matt and Jeff Hardy. First, it was Jeff. Then when the Broken storyline happened, it was both of them. And there's some question as to whether or not the trademark or the intellectual property in general would be a TNA thing.
Oh, the Broken Matt Hardy character?
Yeah, that storyline stuff. And
I believe their contracts are up this month, end of this month.
Oh, no kidding.
I think so.
Yeah. I would think if the WWE wanted them. I would imagine now that TNA is sort of owned by, what is it, Fight Sports?
Anthem Sports.
Anthem Sports, okay. That there might be less. Okay, so if the WWE had to deal with Dixie Carter, she'd probably run up the price for the IP. If that's a problem, if that's a thing.
Yeah.
She'd probably run the price up just to spike them, although even though they need the money. Anthem is a business. And it wouldn't surprise me if the WWE said, hey, look, we can do something that approximates the Broken character and probably get away with it. Or we would just like to use the word broken. How much do you want for it?
Yeah.
You know?
If that's an issue at all, yeah.
Yeah, if that's an issue. So, I don't know. It'd be fun. My thing is this. I don't want to see Jeff Hardy wrestling his style full-time on the full-time WWE schedule.
Both
I don't
him
want to see
and
that.
Matt Hardy, they both have a lot of wear and tear in their body.
They do, but way more so Jeff.
For Jeff, yes,
Like, Jeff
agreed.
would, those swanton bombs are
I know.
insane.
I know.
And so, but it would be an absolute blast to at least see the Broken storyline culminate in WWE.
Yes.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah, it would be. And have him show up 2, 3, 4 times a year.
It would be so next level in the terms in pro wrestling. Like, nobody's ever done that. And how great is it that it would be Matt Hardy spearheading everything?
I know.
You know what I mean? That would be fantastic.
I would think, and maybe this is just me kind of talking out my ass, but potentially I would think it might be more feasible for Matt to have more creative control over the Broken Matt Hardy character working a part-time schedule versus full-time, because then the Broken Matt Hardy stuff can kind of just exist on an island separate from all the other stuff that's going on on the main roster. I mean, apart from maybe 1 or 2 wrestlers getting involved in it.
Yeah, it would be a situation where on a part-time schedule you would get a beginning, middle, and end for your feud, and it wouldn't just have to keep on going. And then you're thinking, okay, well, what is he going to do next? How far can you really go with this?
Yeah,
it would be more like little mini stories being told throughout the year,
little 2 or 3 month feuds.
Yeah, and that'd be I would love that. That'd be great, and it would make, because the Broken thing seems to work so much better. Like, could you imagine they could send the New Day to the Broken to the Hardy compound?
I know.
You know, they could do that kind of stuff, or God forbid the Wyatts. It would be kind of interesting, because the Broken stuff is kind of goofy and the Wyatt stuff isn't.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know how you can reconcile that stuff, but I'd love to see them give it a try. I'd rather see a mess that fails than nothing at all, than not even trying.
Yeah.
And so, no, I think this would work for every reason possible, because you don't just want every week see Broken Matt Hardy backstage being interviewed by Interview Bot. He's bigger than that. He's more mystical than that.
I know.
It shouldn't be that.
And having the Hardys kind of drop in and drop out when needed, which would benefit them so much in terms of creating those little mini stories, giving a break, finding new ways to approach the Broken character, feuding with somebody else, going away for 2 or 3 months, and just doing that.
The only thing I can think of would be the issue of, because, the WWE, they like to keep their serious storylines very serious, and reconciling that sort of goofiness of the Broken character with, like a Finn Balor guy, who I'd love to see him, delve into the Broken universe. That would be a lot of fun. But at the same time, as odd as it seems, him putting on a bunch of face paint or a bunch of body paint and talking about this demon character isn't goofy. They play it straight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know how they would do that, but I have faith that, if they really put their heads together, they can come up with something fun.
Definitely.
Yeah. Number 6. Batista. Now, he's not exactly on the greatest of terms in WWE, but it doesn't sound like he's on bad terms necessarily.
No, and I don't. Has he ever said that he would never go back?
No, I don't think he has.
I don't think so either. Granted, his acting career is blowing up.
Oh, big time. He's the best thing about the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes, absolutely.
All the new trailers, he steals every single scene.
Yeah.
Except for like Baby Groot, maybe.
So, I mean, it would all depend on whether he wanted to do it again. And after his previous experience, it seems like he wouldn't be inclined to try it again.
Right.
But, maybe if he had a little more creative input in terms of how his character was handled, then maybe he would consider showing up a couple times a year.
It would seem that his return during the whole Daniel Bryan thing, it sounded like it was just a perfect storm of miscommunication and not being able to anticipate the Daniel Bryan phenomenon.
Yep.
And those are two things that are probably pretty easily mitigated by communicating more and just being more aware of any potential massive stars who are creating ground wall of support.
Imagine if Batista had come back either a year earlier or a year later.
Yeah.
How different it would have been.
Well, a year later, if he had come back, if he had not come back at all at that moment, and he had waited until after Guardians
of the Galaxy, I know.
they would have treated him if what he's saying is true, they would have treated him way different. Way different. Because at that point, you're dealing with a guy who doesn't need you. And Batista didn't need them anyways. But it's like, okay, well, your Hollywood career isn't exactly taking off. So, we can treat you a certain way.
Yeah.
Once you're hot shit and you're the king, like the hottest movie, and you're stealing every scene,
I know.
they're going to treat you different.
Yep.
And so, yeah, I mean, he seems like, number one, Batista has always come off as a dude who's got a good head on his shoulders and a smart guy and a savvy business guy. And I think there's probably, I mean, unless you're the type to really hold a grudge, generally you tend to remember the good parts about stuff instead of the bad stuff.
Yeah.
And Batista had a lot of really, really good moments.
Yeah. Imagine this. Imagine the Triple H Reigns storyline going to WrestleMania last year. Take out Triple H, put in Batista.
Yeah. Yeah.
That could have been interesting.
It could have been good. Yeah. Sounded like you kicked a puppy.
No, my shoes are wet.
Oh, no.
And they went on the rail of the chair. Slid.
Disaster strikes.
Yes.
Number 5. Ronda Rousey. Now, from all indications,
she's done with UFC.
She's done.
According to Dana White. I don't think she's commented on it.
She done got her ass whooped twice in a row.
Yes.
And God bless her. She's a warrior. She's a pioneer.
Yes.
In mixed martial arts. There is absolutely zero correlation between her and CM Punk. For everybody that was hitting on my Twitter talking about that.
Yeah, zero.
Mixed martial arts has an obscene turnaround rate. Like,
yes.
Longevity does exist,
but rarely at the top.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And so Ronda Rousey needs something to do. I'm sure she has a million offers being thrown at her, but she has shown, she's shown that pro wrestling is something that is near and dear to her fangirl heart.
Yeah, her fighting name, if you will, Rowdy Ronda Rousey, inspired by Roddy Piper.
Her and her workout buddies dubbed themselves the Four Horsewomen.
Correct.
Before, I believe, the NXT girls.
And,
did.
of course, she made an appearance at WrestleMania 31. Along with The Rock.
And Steven Larson.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were there. We appeared.
But we weren't in the ring with them.
No.
That's what I was saying.
No. That would have been illegal.
Well, if we were invited, it wouldn't have been. If we just went in the ring on our own accord, yes.
Correct. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Very illegal.
I wouldn't have hopped over the barricade and tried to go in the ring because...
Even when I said, hey, come on, let's do it.
No.
Really? You're not going to...
Because at best, that's getting arrested. At worst, that might be an ass whooping. Because sometimes when people go in the ring...
I would think at best it's an ass whooping. At worst, it's arrested. Arrested sounds horrible. You got.
Well, I think getting arrested is at the minimum what's going to happen.
Oh, that's definitely going to happen?
Yeah.
Really?
But if you go in there and Triple H or The Rock are like, no, you don't belong here.
Well, if it's anything like that tape we saw of Triple H literally just kicking a man's head in, oh, boy, that'd be horrible.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey would be great as a part-time wrestler.
Yes.
I think, she's still relatively young. I mean, it's not just like she's an old lady or anything.
So she's supposed to star in a reboot of Roadhouse.
Yes.
But that's been pushed back, apparently. As on IMDb, the last update is November of last year, and it says the movie's still in the script phase.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be a little while.
Okay. So she has time. She has her entire life ahead of her.
Yes.
And I don't think anybody's suggesting that she become like a full-on member of the SmackDown roster or anything like that. However, it would be great if she took 4 to 6 months to learn the basics of professional wrestling. She incorporates her own MMA background into it and then showed up at WrestleMania and fought Stephanie McMahon. And then showed up at SummerSlam and fought Charlotte. That would be great because, Charlotte will probably be able to handle that and really carry it.
Yeah.
And so that could be a lot of fun if Ronda Rousey became Brock Lesnar of the women's division.
Yes.
That would be so cool.
That'd be pretty awesome.
It'd be really neat. Would she want to sort of, because even being Brock Lesnar, you're committed to a degree of being one of the faces of the WWE. So would Ronda Rousey want to then, and she could command huge money doing that. Would Ronda Rousey want to become the face of it? Maybe she would. I mean, if she's that much of a fan, maybe she would be interested in that. I don't know. I mean, she obviously has a plethora of acting and endorsement deals probably waiting for her to sign. But if she's that big of a fan, she was at like a PWG show, I think.
Yeah.
Like she's a fan of professional wrestling.
Yeah.
Man, Steve W might have to sign Ronda Rousey. I'm thinking about it. Anyways.
Okay.
The bottom line is she's a huge fan of professional wrestling.
Yes, she's a massive star.
What would it hurt her if she became sort of one of the faces of the company alongside Brock Lesnar for a couple years? carried the women's title for half a second or longer. There's 2 of them now, so she can carry one part-time. Who wouldn't want to see that? I think it'd be fun.
Imagine a match between her and Asuka.
Oh, my gosh. It'd be fantastic.
Fantastic.
That'd be a lot of fun. That'd be really cool.
Fantastic.
Number 4.
4.
Booker T. Can you dig it, sucker?
Now, Booker just retired. He just retired last year, officially July of last year, though he had one match. He filled
week
in
later.
Yeah, he filled in for Tommy Dreamer at a House of Hardcore show. He's 51 years old.
He's a year older than Goldberg, 5 years younger than The Undertaker, something like that. 4 years younger than Undertaker.
I thought Undertaker was only about 50 or 51.
Oh, was he? I thought he was 55.
He's younger than Stone Cold.
Okay, all right.
He seems like he's still in great shape.
You're right. He is The Undertaker's age. Okay, and he does. He seems like he's in great shape. We're both huge Booker T fans, which is the main reason he's on this list and so high. But I would love to see Booker T be a part-timer.
Yeah.
He was great in every aspect of the game. He had the comedy chops, he had the drama chops, and he had the wrestling chops. He was King Booker.
He was.
Across the board.
Last time he was a part-time competitor in WWE was back in 2012.
2012, yeah. Challenge for the IC title.
Yeah, had a feud with Cody Rhodes. And he hasn't done much in WWE in the ring since.
Right.
You know, he was the SmackDown general manager. Now worked behind the commentary desk during pre-shows. And his last match was in his own promotion, Reality of Wrestling.
Yes.
Where he and his brother, Stevie Ray, reunited as Harlem Heat.
Oh, yeah.
To claim the Reality of Wrestling tag team titles.
So, look, he has a full plate right now because running a promotion in a school and all that is probably a lot.
And also he's running for mayor of Houston.
And he's going to be the mayor of Planet Houston. So we're not saying this is at all possible. We're just big Booker T fans. We love to see it. Probably would never happen, but
it'd be great if it did.
The possibility. Like, he could do it.
Oh, yeah.
He could do it.
He definitely could do it.
Number 3.
3.
Goldberg. You're like, what are you doing at? Where are you doing at, Stephen Larson? Goldberg is a part-timer. No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Contracted for like 3 fights.
Yeah, the last of which will be at WrestleMania.
Correct.
But based on how well this current run
he is
going,
the most over guy in the company.
He's one of them. He's doing the best mic work of his entire career by far.
More over. Daniel Bryan.
If Chris Jericho turns face, he will be the most over guy in WWE.
Can you imagine that? 2
WCW
guys.
Alumni be the most over faces in the entire company.
2 WCW Monday Night Wars alumni would be the most over faces in the company. That's hilarious. He's doing, I don't care what you guys say, he's doing great work right now. We have no idea what he's like in the ring wrestling. But for pure spectacle, which the WWE trades on, for pure spectacle, Goldberg has been great for business.
Yes.
He's been really good.
As far as how his in-ring work is and will be, I don't know if we'll find out much at Fastlane because I kind of expect that to be a squash match too.
Yeah, I know, me too.
So we won't really know until WrestleMania because I'm guessing that will be a more competitive match, especially if Lesnar's going to win.
But here's the thing, though. If Goldberg is even able to approximate what he used to do, then he'll be fine.
Yeah.
And because what he used to do wasn't that special. It was the same shit over and over again. He had like 5 moves.
Yeah.
One of which was a spear. One was a jackhammer. He had a suplex.
And a variety of kicks and punches.
Of kicks and punches. Exactly. It's not like he was magic in the ring. I don't think if a guy knows the fundamentals of pro wrestling, I'm sure he'll remember them. You know what I mean? Like, we're not expecting. When's the last time we got a lot out of a Brock Lesnar match? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
it was probably his Hell in the Cell match with Undertaker.
Yeah, that was a good match. That was, but even that was like them walking around just beating the crap out of each other.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of technical proficiency there.
Oh, since he's come back from the UFC, Brock really hasn't.
There's been none.
Traded in technical proficiency.
It's a lot of suplexes and it's a lot of milling about.
Yeah.
And usually he busts somebody open or he gets bust open.
Yeah.
So it's not like Goldberg has to do a lot. This isn't Kurt Angle we're talking about here.
Yeah.
This is Bill Goldberg. All he has to do is run the ropes.
I know.
And I'm
Spear,
sure he can do that.
Jackhammer, pin.
Yeah. Exactly.
Pretty much it.
And if you do that 3 times a year, people will love it.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to him getting that Universal title, man. I don't care what anybody says. I think he's fucking dope. He's 51 years old, most over guy in the company, and he's a guy that Vince McMahon didn't make. And Vince McMahon's about to put the company's 1A, 1B title on him. Are you kidding me? That's great.
I know.
That's fantastic. I love it. So, yeah, I would love to see more Goldberg. And something I honestly believe, dude, I think that he's going to be a Mania SummerSlam guy. I think this might happen.
It could.
I really do. Maybe for 3 years. I think this could happen.
I mean, by all accounts, it seems like everybody is happy with the current arrangement. Everybody thinks this run has been going well.
Right, exactly.
Near as I've heard.
Yeah. Goldberg seems to be having a lot of fun.
Yep.
And as long as that's the case, I think he'd want to keep on doing this.
As long as his body will allow him to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So we'll see if it happens.
Yeah. Number 2. Kurt Angle. Now, I will almost guarantee you're going to see Kurt Angle on the cover of WWE 2K18. I can almost guarantee that.
Yeah, most likely.
He is going to be joining. He is already confirmed as the headliner for the Hall of Fame this year. He still wrestles or has been wrestling on the independent circuit with WCPW, all sorts of other promotions. Yeah. He has been active. He can still wrestle.
Everything he's been saying since his Hall of Fame induction was announced was that him coming back was strictly for the Hall of Fame, but he recently said in an interview that he doesn't expect to have a match anytime up until WrestleMania. Then they asked him, what about after? And he says he doesn't know for sure, but he thinks so, or he hopes so.
Yeah.
So I think he wants to have at least one more match at WWE, if not several, because he could still go.
I will guarantee you, if we're lucky enough to get to SummerSlam again next year, I will almost guarantee we're going to see Kurt Angle's return match. I really think that. It makes all the sense in the world. They always have a strong promotional tie-in with the 2K games.
Yeah.
And it makes all the sense in the world for Kurt Angle to be one of the main focal points because they always bring back guys for 2K, for the 2K games. Undertaker, Sting, and I could totally see
Goldberg as well.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Goldberg, duh. I could totally see Kurt Angle being the next one. And from that point on, who wouldn't want to see Kurt Angle 4 times a year?
Or even just twice a year.
Or being the GM of Raw and wrestling sporadically like twice a year, you know? I think that'd be great. Fans love Kurt Angle. And by every anecdote we've ever heard, he seems to be like the genuine article. He seems to be like the nicest dude in the world.
Yep.
And so I would love to see Kurt Angle.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Number 1. Daniel Bryan. Look, plenty of doctors have cleared him. Just because the WWE hasn't doesn't mean he can't still go once or twice a year. Just let him wrestle. Just let him do it. Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles,
Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn,
Goldberg. Just let him. Just not Brock.
Yeah.
Just not Brock.
Granted.
Or Seth Rollins.
Granted, Daniel Bryan will have to alter his style somewhat.
Oh, for sure. He'll do the animal thing.
Yeah, do the animal thing.
I'm an animal.
As seen in Total Bellas. He is still one of the most over...
Oh, my God.
Superstars in all of WWE.
Seriously, it's him, Jericho, Goldberg, and AJ Styles.
Yeah.
They're the most over guys in the company.
So if he were to announce...
and Roman Reigns.
An episode of SmackDown, not quite, that he's been cleared to return on a part-time schedule. Mm-hmm. They wouldn't announce it like that. He would just say, I've been cleared to wrestle at Mania or something like that.
Yeah.
Man, the pop.
Oh, massive.
Thunderous.
Just huge. Just absolutely crazy. It'd be great. Just let it happen. Let it happen.
You know, one of the reasons that Shinsuke signed with WWE because he wanted to wrestle Daniel Bryan.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man, I'm telling you, book it. Wrestle Kingdom 2020, Shinsuke Nakamura, Daniel Bryan. Telling you, he's going to be out of his WWE contract. You think he's not going to immediately go start wrestling? Guarantee you he will.
Probably.
I think he's, I got a family. Yeah, you want to wrestle, dude. Just go wrestle. Just go wrestle.
Change your style. Protect your head.
Join LIJ.
Oh, man.
Daniel Bryan versus Naito.
Oh, that'd be great.
That'd be great. Daniel Bryan takes over Suzuki
Although
Gun.
Bryan
Gun.
I don't know how much protecting his head he can do in New Japan.
Can't do shit. You can't do it. Are you kidding me? No way, man.
No way.
Daniel Bryan makes his debut in WCPW.
Oh, that'd be great.
That'd be good. I'd like it.
Or even just if he had a couple matches in Ring of Honor. Mm-hmm. That'd be good.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Him against Adam Cole. Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
Yeah, there you go. Nah, he'd go to Tokyo Dome, dude. He'd go to. He'd said that several times.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would be great. I mean, it's obviously when you're messing with the brain,
It complicates matters.
chances are it's not going to happen.
No.
But if he's had several doctors say that he's okay, and the WWE's doctor says no, wouldn't surprise me.
Let me ask you this:
What?
This lawsuit that's ongoing between
The
several
never-ending story.
several former wrestlers
Yeah.
and the WWE over concussions.
Yes.
If that goes to trial or settled between now and when Daniel Bryan's contract is over, what are the odds that WWE will say, okay, we'll give you one more match? Mm-hmm. What do you think?
Probably. I don't know. I would say probably there's no upside really for the WWE besides a short pop.
I know.
And the potential downside
Is huge. I
is
know.
fairly devastating.
I know.
I would say no.
Probably not,
Yeah, I would say no.
which is a bummer.
Yeah.
Because it'd be great if they would just say, okay, you have one more farewell match.
Yeah.
You have one more match. Mm-hmm. Whoever you want to face, pick your opponent.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be great. That'd be fantastic. I don't really see it happening because they need to protect their interests.
Yes.
But I'm sure New Japan would be like, whatever you want to do, man. I don't care. We don't really care about that shit over here. Have you seen what our guys do?
I know. Did you see that top rope dragon suplex that Okada took in the Omega match?
That's just another day. That's another week of TV over here.
Imagine a match between Daniel Bryan and Suzuki.
Okay, no, it'd
that'd
be
be
great.
great.
But here's the thing, though. At no point during that match did I ever think, man, Okada's going to get concussed.
Oh, I know.
Because it was a match that focused on lower body stuff.
Yeah.
And you can tell a story like that. You
Yes.
know what I mean? You can tell a story like that. And if you got an old bastard like Suzuki, he probably knows what he's done. You know, who knows if he's really crazy or not. I don't know. I don't know how well he protects his opponents.
Yeah.
But if you get him in there with the right guy, the right veteran,
Yeah.
he'll be fine.
You can build a story around Suzuki trying to take out Daniel Bryan's knees so he can't do the knee plus.
Exactly.
There's your story.
There's your story. Book it. Why aren't we booking New Japan? That's what we should do. You know, them boys over at What Culture have how they should book WWE. We should steal their gimmick, but just New Japan. New Japan, how to book it.
They seem to be doing a pretty good job on their own, though.
Yeah, they do pretty good. So yeah, that's it. Of course, let us know who you guys would prefer to see part-time.
Why didn't we put CM Punk on here?
I don't know.
Because it's probably never going to happen.
Honestly, I could totally see that happening. Just not anytime soon.
No.
I don't know if I could see that. Do you think you could see that happening? Hey, okay, let's do this. Let's do honorable mentions.
Okay.
Okay.
CM Punk.
CM Punk. Could it happen? Do you think it'll happen? Well, it could happen because they would definitely take him back.
Yeah.
It's all on him.
Yeah.
At this point, no.
No.
5 years from now, are we going to see CM Punk's return?
No.
2K Games isn't going to negotiate a return for CM Punk.
I think the closest he would come to WWE return.
That's the last big return after Kurt Angle.
I know. The closest he would come to a return is accepting a Hall of Fame induction.
I don't even know if he'd do that.
I don't know if he would either, but I think that's the closest he would come to a return.
Really?
Yeah.
I think he would. Man, I don't know. Honestly, I think if it's not for a match, it's for nothing. It's nothing. I think I don't know. I think it's less Hall of Fame than it is a match. Because Hall of Fame is like the height of hypocrisy. Whoever Vince McMahon just on a whim decides belongs in the Hall of Fame. Like the Godfather's in, sex trafficker guy's in, but Vader's not in.
Yeah, I know.
You know, I don't know. I think that would be the height of hypocrisy. But then also coming back as a part-timer is the height of hypocrisy in his eyes, especially because that's why he left.
Exactly, and that's why I don't think he would do it.
I think you're right. Okay, number 2, Roman Reigns. Honorable mention, Roman Reigns. Who wouldn't want to see him on a part-time basis? Another guy. 3. One more honorable mention.
Kane.
Kane.
But he's kind of already on a part-time schedule.
Basically a part-timer at this point, yeah. But to make if they can make it really special. If
Exactly.
Kane was on a part-time basis. All right, let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Until next time, we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.